Comic Impact. What's up? We're at the Valiant booth with the man that's going to change the world in Valiant, right? So
yeah,
you want to introduce yourself? We haven't seen you since Long Beach.
That's true, that's true. Yeah, I'm Josh Dysart. I'm the writer of Valiant's Harbinger and upcoming Harbinger Wars.
Coming out today if you're watching this on Wednesday, April 3rd?
Yeah, that's sure.
We'll go with that,
sounds
right?
Great, yeah.
So, what can you tell us? Last time you were teasing us and being like, maybe there's going to be a crossover.
Oh, is that where we were last time we talked? Great.
Last time we talked.
Well, we can say a lot more now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Give me a definitive question. What do you want to know?
Tell us what Harbinger War is if someone's never heard of it. If they've been in a cave for about ever in their life. And
I love that. Well, I would start with, I was telling somebody who had never heard of it, I would start with Harbinger Wars is the collision of two books that you're currently not reading.
That you should be reading.
But you should be.
From the publisher of the year over at Comic Impact, just saying that.
That's right, and these two books have been evolving now for almost a year separately, but they've been moving on an arch point, and they're about to meet, and when they meet, it's going to create an explosive third book called Harbinger Wars, in which every creative decision is ramped up to 11. Now, I know that sounds unappealing to you if you haven't been reading the books, but I guarantee that if you just want a big summer spectacle spread across 4 comic books, many of which are more than 22 pages for the same amount of money, then come into Harbinger Wars, and we're going to be very new reader friendly.
Cool. And Harbinger just finished a big arc where Peter, our main character, has started creating his team, his army in a way.
Absolutely. To be, I know it's only issue 10, so the math is off, but this is conceptually, this is the end of my first year on Harbinger. So the last 10 issues have been leading up to this moment. We're gonna, so now we've fully conceptualized the book. We know who the kids are. We know who the enemy is. We're a little iffy on who's right and who's wrong.
Exactly. Like I was rereading him last night. I was like, is Peter the good guy or is he not the good guy? Because Peter, like last time we talked, issue 6 I think was coming out, and we saw it from a different point of view. Of the first one.
It bothers me a little bit, but it was just the nature of how I felt it needed to be structured. That 6 takes so long to hit readers.
But 6 is so crucial also.
It's it's super important. It's like the most important next step in the development, and that's why I wish it came a little bit earlier, because if you just read the trade, there could be a criticism that Chris and what Peter does to Chris in issue 1 just becomes part of the misogyny of comics. But I hope that 6 shows you exactly what our intention is.
The second trade, right?
Right, precisely.
Which is a great, okay, so you read the first 5.
Yeah.
Now let's read number 6 and on.
I just hope they do.
They will. They will.
Good.
They have to.
They have to, right? Yeah.
It's amazing comics.
Yeah, because it's it's about redemption, and that's a cool story.
And you've introduced some new character, like
in Harbinger Wars, you mean?
Well, I haven't read that yet.
Oh, you mean the of course.
In the upcoming, the previous arc that
all new characters. We now have a superhero team that's predominantly women,
which you don't see that much.
No, exactly.
Which is great.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I love women. I think they're awesome. So, and these are.
I've heard rumors.
And we try to make it, we try to make it as real as possible. We try not to make it exploitive. We try to make it awesome, and I actually think we really succeeded. I'm really happy with the way the Renegade story arc shook out.
And you know what it made me think of? Old school Claremont X-Men.
Awesome, that's a great. I hope I left more room for the art with my word balloons. But other than that, that's a really wonderful.
Yeah, like rereading them last night, I was like, this feels like an old Claremont
Oh, that's awesome! Like the soap opera element or something. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's cool.
One character that gets a lot of attention is Faith.
Yeah, I love her.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Yesterday at the panel, you were saying you started watching stuff and getting into stuff that you weren't because of her.
Yeah.
What stuff? You gotta like Doctor Who. I know you're a big Doctor Who fan.
Well, see, and this is what a pretentious jerk I was before Faith came into my life. Is I love Doctor Who, but I'm the only person I know who likes the first Doctor.
Really?
He's amazing.
He's old. He's grumpy.
It's brilliant. That's what the Doctor's supposed to be. It's H.G. Wells, man. He's like this old adventurer in space, and he starts off. This is the amazing arc of Doctor Who. You can edit this out. I gotta do it. I got it in me. The amazing arc is that he starts as a grumpy old man, and he actually hates humanity.
He does.
They're just stuck there. They're stuck there, and it's his daughter who disappears. It's his daughter who loves humanity and loves their music.
And it's always like, Grandpa, come on.
Yeah, precisely, and terribly performed.
Old Who is bad, especially the first one. I know. No, my doctor's the fourth one. Tom Baker.
Of course, totally. Tom Baker's number 2.
Okay.
Tom Baker's
Where does Matt Smith?
I mean, Matt. I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
All right.
But you know what I mean. Well, but it's okay. Back to our point. So that's how pretentious I am, right? I'm sure Matt Smith's a nice guy. I'm a dick. Faith thinks Matt Smith is the sexiest goddamn thing she's ever seen.
But she would be, because she would be
It's her generation. It's her doctor.
As we're talking, there's a big Matt Smith
I know. I can see
IDW.
exactly. Yeah. It's her doctor. You know, just like Baker was my doctor. Like
exactly.
As a kid. So and so what that's made me be. So I went back and I started re-watching the Matt Smith Doctor Who's, and I'm glad she likes them. They're awesome.
Good for her.
Yeah, great ideas, big, beautiful ideas. Yeah. So, but that's how she's made me better. Like Firefly, I went back and rewatched Firefly. I would have never done that. I actually think the last half of the Firefly season is kind of amazing.
It is. Kind of I feel like it picks up after the first 2, then it just goes.
See, I feel like it takes still about 6 or 7, but then it's like they figured it out. They're like,
and then it got canceled.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, that's how Faith is. Yeah, that's how Faith has made me like pop culturally a little bit of a different person.
Nice. And so Harbinger Wars.
Yeah.
Who are these new characters? Who, as we can see in the cover, Bloodshot's kind of angry.
Bloodshot has, according to this cover, and you know that the one truth in comics is that the cover is always accurate.
Whatever happens on the cover happens.
Unquestionably. Bloodshot and the Renegades are gonna, they're gonna collide in one way or another. And everybody's really gonna collide. You know what happens when 2 books come together?
They create a V for Valiant?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, when they start falling down a well. When 2 books come together, the one thing they do is all their elements become like ping pong balls, knocking around each other, and that's like that's the best aspect of the crossover. So obviously, here's what happens when the ping pong ball that is the Renegades hits the ping pong ball that is Bloodshot.
Mayhem.
Yeah.
Awesome mayhem.
Yeah, theoretically. Yeah. So that's going to be a lot in the book, but there's also a whole new set of characters, a new group of Psyops, and this is how we're really changing the Valiant universe. We're introducing in one fell swoop, and let me tell you, it is a bitch to write a story with 20 new characters, by the way. That's a dumb idea.
I imagine.
Dumb
I'm sure
idea.
you have notes like all over the place.
Oh my god, it's so, like, in writing 101, they're like, pull back on your characters. So we got 20 new characters to explore in 4 issues, more or less, and they're flooding the world. And this isn't the X-Men. We're not a world where there's kind of mutants everywhere. It's a very contained, set, small group of people with hidden powers. And I don't know how much longer the Valiant universe can stay that way.
Nice.
when they're flooded with these tiny little, very dangerous kids.
And we also got Harbinger Zero since last time we talked to you.
Yes.
Which was great.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
And we've learned more.
Yeah, about Harada.
Exactly. And one character that we keep hearing about is Peter's friend.
Yes,
especially the last issue, we keep hearing about Joe and just the flashback, like, I fucked up, I killed him pretty much.
That's how he feels,
Is that going to be
and
something...
it might be pretty accurate.
Yeah. Is that something that we're going to see more Peter deal with, his grief of...
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to ever bog the book down. Peter's but it's a heavy trip for Peter, man.
Yeah.
So it's definitely part of the book. It's part of his motivation. What's interesting is that it's part of Chris's motivation. She only knew Joe for like a month, so maybe it's just kind of a lens for her anger. But yeah, the original Valiant had that great phrase, right? It was like, dead is dead or something, dead is always dead, like we never bring anybody back. And so I want to...
We're going to have someone back?
I'm going to keep that, I'm keeping that promise. Dead is dead, but Joe's a fundamental part of the team, so there will continue to be memories and flashbacks. And in a world of people, in the world of the mind that the Psyops live in, where a lot of it is mind-to-mind interface, memories and stuff can do really funny things. When you're a projectionist or when you're a telepath.
Well, just as a human being, like sometimes you can go back to a memory of someone that you knew in your childhood or, just 2 hours ago or something.
Yeah, exactly.
People make an impact in our life.
Unquestionably. And then they pass early, and especially when you're young and you don't have a lot of experience with death, and it really hits you hard. But now imagine that you're a psychic that can accidentally
go in
project,
people's mind.
or actually like project an image of your dead friend sitting next to you and be like, God damn.
Yeah.
you know, he's like physically there.
I love
that's
Harbinger.
heavy.
It's such a depressing book in a way, but it's so grounded in real life.
I'm hoping it did this for me. I'm hoping that the presence of faith and the presence of the other team members, they're dragging Peter up. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Because Peter's kind of a little emo kid.
Yeah, he is, man. I mean, he's not hip emo. He's genuinely emotionally pissed off.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, it sucks. I'm just gonna go shoot some heroin.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's where we leave him. I don't know, who has read 10 or who hasn't, but where we leave him at the end of 10 is saying, no, dude, actually getting high would be awesome. I would way rather prefer to be in a corner getting high right now. But these people depend on me. With great power comes great responsibility, which I made up.
Did you?
It's the first time in comics you've ever seen that.
Some guy Stan Lee stole that from you?
Yeah, dude. I hear he's walking around. I want to have a word with him about it.
Yeah. And Excelsior's yours also, right?
Yeah. No, that's his.
Or is it Kirby's? Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. So, point being is that, Peter kind of comes, yeah, man. Yeah, of course he's an emo kid. He'd much rather be high.
But I think it's great that you show that I don't want to do this, but I have to step up and be this great leader.
You got to be a man sometime.
Yeah.
Like a boy becomes a man.
Exactly. He's reaching puberty.
Yeah, he's
like
trying.
Total war zone.
I know, yeah, precisely. As a combatant.
And you just signed an exclusive contract with Valiant, right?
I did, yeah. So awesome. Yeah.
So can you hint at other stuff that you might be doing at Valiant, or is it?
Nope, I cannot hint right now. But obviously, an exclusive contract demands that there will be more future work. Or certainly a dedicated commitment to the work I'm doing. So, so it's a blast. But I signed it because
you guys have fun. Like at the panel yesterday, we were talking. It just looks like you guys are just one big happy family, and you enjoy it.
Yeah, man. It's a small company. This moment, what this new Valiant isn't gonna last forever. It's gonna become a bigger. I think it'll succeed and become a bigger company, and then it'll have to enter into the culture that big companies have to enter into when they, to stay big, but for now, it's an amazing, tight, small group of incredible people, and it's a cool thing to be a part of. So yeah, sure, it wasn't really difficult to say yes.
You're like, okay, cool. Yeah. And last, then there's a video game. It's great. You're putting out levels as the book comes out.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
So awesome because it's like you can live the book in a way.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah.
And a little 8-bit.
Right in the side platformer way, yeah. No, I'm so excited about it that honestly, we were really, really in the meat of producing the actual comics while they were working on the video game deal, and so I didn't even hear about it. I think it just, we just weren't communicating.
Well, I got a press release one day with these awesome covers. I was like, what is this?
Dude, out of the blue. It hit me out of the blue too, man, and I'm so jazzed by it. I'm so jazzed that that Harbinger's cover is Double Dragon, which has the most misogynistic opening in video games where the dude
you go back and look at it. You think, ooh,
it's terrible. But I loved the game as a kid, and I think it's ironic actually because we worked so hard not to be that. And I love it. I'm so happy with it. I can't wait to play the game.
So, Harbinger #1, which was the pick of the week over on the site.
Awesome, thank you.
This is the shiny gold.
Look at it, isn't it?
Sexy.
You probably can't even pick up how sexy this is.
It's sexy. This is HD video, so it's like...
That's true,
It's sexy, and it's signed by a sexy young man.
I like to think so. Young, you're using that term loosely, but I do think sexy is probably accurate.
So, what's the deal with this? Are we going to just make a paper airplane out of it? Do you want to give it to someone?
I mean, I just don't think it would fly well.
No, especially in the bag and board.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, but frisbee
that would be awesome.
Yeah, you want to just beam somebody with it?
Yeah, no. Okay,
no,
honestly. What are we doing? We're doing a little giveaway.
Give it away. Let's give it away.
Okay.
So I heard it's a trivia question. I guess, and I haven't formulated this into words yet, but hopefully it won't be too hard to figure out. But just give us the name of 2 of the Harbingers that work under Harada, have been educated under Harada, and have lived under Harada. And if one of them has been exiled, that's okay. That name still counts. So just 2 names. They can be their code names or their real names.
Yeah, so just email contact@comicimpact.com and you can get this beautiful, shiny, gold, limited edition.
Yeah.
We're gonna make... Go ahead.
Peter doesn't count.
Yeah.
2 names other than Peter's.
Or else we're just going to throw this at someone the next con we see.
That's right.
They'll be in my room for a couple.
Dying to beam
till San Diego, and then we're just going to play frisbee with it. So go win it. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sure we'll catch up at San Diego.
Yeah.
And by then, we'll know what happens.
You'll know if it sucks or not.
It's not going to suck.
I don't think so.
All right. Thank you, Comic Impact, and stay tuned for more from Valiant Comics and WonderCon. And there's a guy screaming, and he works at Valiant.
It's Adam.
Yeah.
It's Adam Bang.
Yeah.
He has an exclamation mark in the spelling of his name.
Which is epic.
But it explains why you hear him yelling off cameras.